Below Pro.
Welcome back to another episode of Swimming Lizards.
Yeah, they do. They do that, and I'm scared.
Whoa.
Oh, there we go.
That was pretty insane.
That's some good damage, actually.
Wow, it made like a semicircle of death.
Semicircle of death!
That was pretty insane.
You know what? I'm a real fan of, like, rhombuses of death.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, oh my god, 4 sides? Oh, bitch,
It's
please.
pretty good. But there's something nice about the cruelty of the Pyramid of Death. It also has a bit of a ring to it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you know some sort of cult's residing in that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and pyramids, like, because they're, like, the shape of them, just they have a large point. So it's always like, you know, you could hurt yourself on it when you look at it from far away, you know? Even though the point is probably not sharp or anything, like, it has a point. It's sharp. The edges of it are sharp, which makes it a much more kind of death-like place to me.
That reminds me of, like, in Kung Pao when he's doing that training to rip the pyramids off the guy's chest, and he just keeps stabbing himself.
Exactly.
How is your training? Don't look at me! It just runs away like a whiny little bitch.
That's right. Well, how about rectangular prisons of death? Like, you have to hit it with its kind of magic? Like,
No, that guy?
yeah, it's the opposite, right?
Yeah. Although electricity doesn't have
Ooh.
an opposite in this game. Oh god, I hate these guys.
You should probably eat.
You're right. You're always right, Jason.
You know what else you should do? You should
What?
tell that story from last time.
Oh yeah, the Uber pool story.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been great if it happened on last episode, but I'll tell you. So the
Stab in my side. You know, throw the little gut shot in there. Well, I would have liked to tell it on the last episode, Jason.
I prefer to be a very forward passive-aggressive person. I prefer my passive side to be a bit more
Forward?
aggressive. Yeah.
Passive to be much more active.
Yeah, that's the term.
No one really says active aggression. That should be a new like millennial term.
Well,
Damn, dude, that was active.
That was active-aggressive,
That was
man.
very forward of you.
I think that's just oh no. Oh good, I have
He's like, Kamehameha.
no, I want that. That's my only ball. That's not gonna get me killed. Give it to me. I'm dying. Hallelujah. A lightning strike. I am so angry. You know what? Just kill
he
me.
just started
Just
fucking-
kill me now. Just do it.
Okay, dude, you got this. You're almost at land.
Just kill me.
Yeah,
Thank
why
you.
the hell did the lightning strike happen? That was stupid.
I don't know what I was wearing. The wizards at this tower are so fucking bull.
Well, why don't you just rush over to the tower and I guess they'll try to shoot you down, won't they?
And since they float while you're climbing, they'll follow you.
Oh,
Son of a
jeez.
bitch!
Oh, wow. It ported you pretty far out.
Okay, so I'm going to appease my anger by continuing to tell the story. So as I mentioned on last time, I was in a Uber driver with a nice Greek, or Uber pool with a nice Greek lady driver, and we picked up this other person, and we were just talking. It was all nice, getting to know each other, and the Greek lady, she's just like, I have something for both of you because you're very nice people. We're like, oh, really? And she gives us these little charms, and they're just like a couple of beads on like a safety pin. And the other girl, she got a oh dear, I don't remember what the charm is called. It's like the evil eye, or it wards away the evil eye. In any case, it's either called the evil eye or it wards away that kind of thing.
Right.
And the lady's like, there's also another charm on there for good fortune. And it's like, oh, that's so nice. And she's like, and for you, lad. And she gives me this, it's also got this evil eye bead on it. And it's also got a little heart bead on it. She's like, this is for love. I'm like, really wish I got the money. But no, it was very sweet, and as much as I joke about it, I've really much appreciated it.
Well, that's adorable, but like,
I'm like, if I had money, I could buy love.
you buy love. Aw.
With love, I can't buy money.
Yeah, good fortune versus love. Yeah.
And
That's funny.
and that kind of reminds me of another like a conversation I had at work with a bunch of my coworkers, and we like sometimes when we stay late, we just ask questions to just pass the time. And
I feel like that's what all human beings do, you know? Like,
we have conversation to converse. And,
yeah, we
and to do
occasionally
things.
ask each other questions for the sake of general curiosity and asking each other questions.
That is a very fair point, Jason. Thank you for making me look like a dick.
It's my pleasure. It's my job.
Jason's like, making you look like a dick? I'm just exposing you.
Yeah, exactly.
You are most definitely a dick.
Yeah, there is no looking like here.
But so one of the questions that came up was, if given the chance, or given one of these two options, would you want to find your soulmate, or would you just want to have success, like financial success? And at least I think that's how the conversation was phrased.
Okay.
In any case, I said, "Oh, I'd probably want the financial success." And they're like, "Oh, really? Why is that?" And I'm like, "Well, if you, in this particular situation, if you find the person you know is your soulmate, what happens if things don't work out with your soulmate? Like, that is not specified in this situation. Like, you can still fuck it up."
Right.
And it's a very sad thought and a very cynical thought.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's hard because, like, there are a lot of parameters. Because if you assume that soulmate means that you get along happily and continue to enjoy your life as soulmates, then it's a very interesting and debatable conversation. But the way you put it, it's like, well, yeah, like,
Well, I mean, they're human too.
that's right.
So it's not like things can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Whereas with
But destiny. Is
Oh.
it fate that everything will go okay?
Nah, Destiny was that was
Destiny
just
was
a
not
one,
included in the question.
that was a one night thing. I don't even know if Destiny was a real name.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I figure if she wants to go by Destiny, I'll just call her what she wants to be called.
That's right.
Maybe she's got a particular reason, like hiding from, I don't know, the law of some other country. Who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't want to pry.
Well, what I like about the question of this conversation is I feel like finding your soulmate may not be like a happy revelation. Like, because everyone envisions that their soulmate is this person that fits all of their preferences and everything about them are positive attributes.
Yep.
But that doesn't exist because, again, like as you say, we're human beings, right? So it's like, would you rather find your soulmate or be financially successful? It's like, if I choose find my soulmate and my soulmate ends up being like someone who's addicted to crack,
Well, I mean, yeah.
but they're my soulmate because in theory, like the way my life would have gone, who knows? Like if you were just to see in advance who your soulmate is, you could have a very different perspective on your soulmate.
and that's a very good point too. Like, it's all a matter of timing too. What if you found them at the wrong time? Like you said, like what if they're a crack addict and like, I don't know, fate or whatever you want to call it is like,
Yeah.
oh shit, man, you don't want to see her like this, bro.
Yeah. But maybe Destiny was like, you were a little early on this. You're supposed to be a crack addict for a while too.
And fate's like, shut up, Destiny, get off the
Exactly.
heroin.
Yeah, and Destiny kind of like snaps her fingers and does this, uh-huh,
Girl.
nuh-uh.
I like that Fate and Destiny are just sassy women.
Yeah, I think Fate and Destiny are both sassy women. I think that's their style.
I'm here worrying about who I'm gonna be with the rest of my life, and here Destiny and Fate are just like, girl, psh.
Exactly.
Oh, no, you don't. Stop pulling my hair.
That's right. You gonna get what you deserve.
Aren't
You won't get what you deserve. You just wait, honey. You just wait.
Aren't you both technically the same person?
I think what they do is while they're not judging people, they just dance to the song "You Can't Hurry, Love."
Except for it's not playing anywhere. It's just in their head.
It's just in their heads.
So
exactly.
if you look at them, they're just like swaying about, and you're just like, what are you doing?
And they're like, "You just have to wait. Love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take." Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think that's destiny and fate.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yep.
You oh,
It's in replay in my head now. It's just like the scene of someone like praying to the Almighty God, being like, "Where is my love?" And they're like, "You can't hurry, love."
speaking of things playing in your head, you'd mentioned to me earlier that you had a dream last night.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't gonna say it on the chat now. No, last night I stayed up real late watching 13 Reasons Why. Because I'm like, what's all the fuss about?
Yeah, so
and
what is going on with this show?
well, as anyone who's heard the name of it already knows, if they've scrolled through the internet past page 1, it's basically a controversial show because it's not easy to watch, and it has, it's about a suicidal high school student who does commit suicide and leaves a series of tapes that are her suicide note for the various people in her life that bullied her in various ways. And it's hard to watch. Like, every single episode is hard to watch, and it's intentionally made to be that way. So people are saying that it glorifies suicide because it shows all of these negative effects actively happening in popular media because it's released as a Netflix original. But it's an interesting story, and I think now I am on episode 5 as of this recording.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong.
Like, things can change.
Things can change about my opinion here. But it hasn't done anything yet in the series that has seemed uncalled for, but it is very dark. Like, it's hard to watch, right?
Yeah, they really need to turn up the brightness on those lights.
Exactly.
You can't watch shit.
But so I was, of course, thinking about it because I stayed up binge watching it. And then, for some reason, the thought of Charizard basketball from Below Pro previously popped into my head. So I was dreaming about myself being a bystander in the high school situation of 13 Reasons Why, and then all of a sudden a Charizard came into the hallway, and they were kind of like motioning for everyone to kind of come outside, so all the high school students started rushing outside. Some of them were looking to see if they had Pokeballs on them, if they were suddenly Pokemon trainers. A couple of them had like Sun and Moon in their hands, because they're like, "I have you." But then we all ran outside, and there was, 2 teams of 5 Charizards playing Charizard basketball.
5.
And that's kind of where the dream ended. I kind of woke up and I was just kind of stunned at myself because I was like, what is this depression?
Is this depression?
Is this, I joke. But it was just the strangest thing. I don't even know. But I'm assuming a lot of people are wondering about my opinion of 13 Reasons Why so far.
Yeah, so
because I've just been saying it's dark, it's dark. I think the show is interesting right now. I think the 4th episode has a lot of really interesting things in it, even though it's creepy and weird as hell. But there are some really interesting themes that the show touches on, where it's a lot of like, yes, not to be a dick to people, but it very intimately shows the negative repercussions of the suicide in a way that I haven't seen other TV shows do. So it's piqued my interest, but it's not easy to watch. It's still sad and it's awful. I don't think, because a lot of people are one-sided about it. It's either like you must watch this show or don't watch it because it's triggering.
Right.
Like, it's very much like one or the other. And I'm kind of like, yeah, it's a TV show, and if you like this kind of thing and you're down to swallow it, it's interesting so far. but I'm not under the impression that it's like this show that this generation needs to watch kind of thing.
Right. It's not
Because
this big revolutionary thing.
Because the one thing is that there's a lot of talk about everyday violence lately, and that's really what the main theme of this show is. It shows you very intimately the repercussions of like minor sexual assault and like everyday violence. I say that not seeing the end of it, so there probably is something bigger than I think in this show. I'll repeat, I've seen up to episode 5, so I don't know yet. By the next time, the next recording session of this, which will be in 5 or 6 episodes probably, I'll have a better opinion. But I think the most interesting theme is the everyday violence percussions in it. And I think
Percussions?
Repercussions, I guess. Yes, there's a lot of like drumming that's going on. And, yeah,
Neil Peart makes a cameo appearance.
exactly.
Oh my.
That's a big ravine.
Let's go over there.
Let's go to that bridge. But yeah, it's the one thing though is that I think a lot of people are already talking about this thing in such a way where I don't know if the show is like necessary to our culture.
Right.
In a lot of way people are saying it is, where they're like, because a lot of people are like, you have to see this show because it's important to understand it. But I think that most of the themes in it are well known enough because it happens so commonly. This show just highlights it in a way that is so dark.
Maybe I will have to watch it then.
It's because I mean, like, at the end of the day, the show is like, don't be a dick, but in a very serious way, in the sense where it shows you what non-violent and shows you the how Hannah's mental health breaks down. Hannah being the victim.
Right.
So it's fascinating in many ways, but I think that the message that it has to tell isn't this thing that people are making it out to be, that it's everyone should see this show kind of thing. As of right now, seeing episode 5. I'll give you guys the play-by-play because my opinion could change very much. Because the one thing I'm scared about is that they'll do something that's completely uncalled for.
Spoilers?
I don't know. I don't know if they're spoilers. I'm not, but I just hope that they don't show something so explicit that it was just like, okay, I didn't need to see that. Because as of right now, I actually think the filming of it and the design of the show has been very good. Up to episode 5 so far.
Right.
They haven't done something that's like, okay, I get it, you didn't have to show that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I'm left curious so far. But people came here to watch Legend of Zelda, and I'm talking about a Netflix original, so.
Well, I mean, that's well, now with
13 reasons reasons why you shouldn't watch Below Pro.
13 reasons why you should change the channel right now and go do something with your life, you lazy son of a bitch.
13 reasons why you should go outside.
Make your $5 chore week.
What?
I don't know. Like when you were a kid, did you ever get like chore money?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, because I got $4.
Oh,
for
sorry,
shoveling
that's
the
why you didn't understand. I said 5.
I'm sorry. No, I got $4 for shoveling the driveway. My brother and I did it together, but our driveway was long enough that it took us a while to do it as kids.
What did you do in the summer?
Not get $4. Actually worked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, we didn't... I mean, as little kids, we didn't really have... like, we would just, like, do the dishes sometimes for allowance money and stuff like that. But we didn't, like... It was really about shoveling the driveway, in which we actually got some sort of allowance money.
A good old Canadian chore.
That's right. And it sucks, man. Shoveling the driveway sucks.
It does.
Anyone who, like, glorifies winter didn't shovel the driveway as a kid. Like... The thing is I was never really big into winter sports. So whenever winter came around, like, winter for me was the one time I went sledding and, like, the one time I went tubing. Because I like snow tubing. But then it was the majority of it. That was not worth What are you doing?
Just keep talking.
But it was always about shoveling the driveway for me. That was just like, that's what you did in the winter. Like, this game is just like, and now for something completely different. This is how you waste your arrows.
Damn it.
There you go.
I broke my bow.
Oh, geez. Use the weakest bow for this.
Oh.
The 14 one?
It's got like
Oh, it's the triple arrow thing. But yeah, I never really looked forward to winter in that same way. I liked the first big snowball fight and the first big, like, playing hockey with the family, and of course the Christmas holidays are great. But the actual, like, snow coming was never something to look forward to.
That is fair. And I think a lot of Canadians will sympathize with that, and northern, Northerners? United Statens.
Northern United Staters.
Yeah, those stater potatoes.
Stater potatoes.
Oh, I'm
Can
so...
we call them unistaters?
Unistaters.
It
Oh,
has a certain ring to it.
oh, those unistaters. All right, next time on Below Pro, we'll continue. We'll talk about some chores. We might bring up the mood, hopefully.
Bring up the mood, yeah. Lighten it up a bit.
That depends on what Destiny says. Girl. All right, we'll see you guys next time on Below Pro. Bye-bye.
Destiny and Fate, out.
And snap to me. Hey guys, so I finished binge watching 13 Reasons Why before this episode was published, and I have two important things I want to say about it. Firstly, I want to let everyone know that it does get a lot more graphic than I initially thought. It uses horror and trauma in a way to really affect you. So just be warned that if you're squirmish like me and you're watching the show, you're gonna squirm a lot more. Secondly, I just want to give a general opinion about it. I do think that it's artistically successful in getting a lot of people to care more about talking in a public way about bullying and suicide. However, there's one thing it does that I think I really don't like and is important to talk about, in that it discredits mental health professionals. So if you're someone who's thinking about these things, about suicide and depression, and you want to seek help, don't take it from the show that it implies that they cannot help you, that mental health professionals don't know what they're doing. They do. It is worth it to seek professional medical help. So please, please don't take that show too seriously just because one character was unable to do their job in counseling Hannah Baker. Little bit of a spoiler of the last episode. But please, please, please don't take that too seriously. Of course, all mental health professionals are talking about this show. They're talking about the traumatic effect it has on people because it implies that they can't do their job. They absolutely can. So that's all I want to say. Enjoy the show for yourselves. I think that it is a meaningful thing to happen right now in our society. But remember that you can't take it too seriously. Cool.